EFC, the Extreme Fighting Championship, the ultimate fight sports promotion, is now on SABC. Experience all the world-class action on South Africa's premier broadcaster, SABC Sport, featuring the best mixed martial artists from around the world, competing for ultimate glory. Watch EFC every Saturday at 9 p.m. on SABC 3. Brought to you by SABC Sport.
Right now, EFC, the global mixed martial arts organization with its roots right here in Johannesburg, signed a mega deal with our sister channel SABC 3 just a few days ago. This promises to bring some of the eyeballs that an ambitious and thriving sports is always in search of. Some 30 million viewers are locked into SABC Sport Weekly. Now, joining me from our Cape Town studios is EFC President Cairo Howarth. Cairo, very good morning to you, and thanks very much for giving us this time once again in the year.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on the show.
Cairo, when we last spoke, just before year's end, you were sitting on a deal that was about to be signed.
That's correct. So it was very tempting to talk about it. Obviously, we didn't get into the details end of last year, but we signed that deal last week, and it's really, really massive for both EFC and for the SABC. We're really excited about this.
Okay, you talk about massive and being excited about it. What does this deal mean to you? I mean, I just said in my intro to this chat that some 30 million people watch SABC Weekly, SABC Sports Weekly. What does it mean to EFC, though, to be involved with this deal with SABC?
That's exactly it. You know, we're always looking to expand our organization, expand our broadcast reach, and there's no better partner for that in South Africa than SABC and SABC Sport. We're going to be having hours of EFC content on television available to tens of millions of people across the country, and it's a really powerful thing for our brand, for the athletes themselves, and just growing the sport in general.
Tell us a little bit about how it's going to work. I believe that's going to be 10 live fights that are going to be televised on SABC. Can you give us a little more detail of what it is that viewers can expect to see, and if there are any spin-off events around what's going to be broadcast as well?
So fans on SABC are in for a treat. We've got a weekly slot on SABC 3. So every Saturday night becomes EFC night. Saturday at 9 p.m. There's going to be 2 hours starting on the 11th of February of EFC content airing. So it'll start off with taking a look back at the best fights from recent events, building up to the 10 live events that take place. So there's an event taking place every Saturday, once a month from the 4th of March is the first one, and then one in April, one in May, one in June, going forward till the end of the year. And those live events are also broadcast on a Saturday night live on SABC 3 starting at 9 p.m. The broadcast gets extended for an hour on those 10 event days, so it goes from 9 p.m. till midnight. And if you can't catch it on Saturday nights, every single Monday at 2 p.m. on SABC 3, a repeat broadcast for 2 hours takes place. So fans are literally going to get access to hours and hours of EFC content every single week for the next 2 years on SABC 3.
So are you going to be moving the events around? Are there going to be one event will be in Johannesburg, another time in Durban, and then Cape Town, Bloemfontein, that sort of thing? Or are they going to be looked at specifically in very specific venues only?
We are moving them around. So it starts off in Johannesburg, then down to Cape Town, then back to Johannesburg. We're going to Durban again this year. We've added 3 new venues to our event calendar for the year. So we're going to Sibaya in Durban. We're going to be going to Boardwalk in Port Elizabeth, which we've never been to before. And we're also going to be ending up at the new Menlyn Main casino in Pretoria. So first time EFC's ever hosted the event in Pretoria as well. So out of the 10 live events, we're literally adding 3 new venues to our calendar.
Oh, very good. Cairo, now you've moved around the different broadcasters available in South Africa since you actually came into being. What is it about being with SABC that works for you at this present juncture of the organization's existence?
Yeah, we've been fortunate that we've been on many different broadcast platforms. As we go along, we pick up different fans that watch those different channels. So we've been growing and growing every year. But when this opportunity with the SABC came about, it's a perfect timing for us. It's the biggest market that we can access. We've got this weekly slot is really great from a fan perspective. It's appointment viewing, so they know that every single Saturday night or every single Monday afternoon they can watch EFC there, which is really, really powerful just to build up that audience as we go along for the next 2 years. So I think from our perspective, the timing was perfect to make this deal happen.
Two questions for you, Cairo. How big is the deal in terms of rand value, and how many years have you locked into this deal with SABC?
So we've done a 2-year deal with the SABC, so starting now in February and running all the way up until the end of 2018. And it really is a win-win deal for both parties. SABC benefit a lot from it, and so do EFC, and the real winners in the end are the fans.
You're not able to give us a rand value?
No, obviously that stuff's confidential, but it's a very positive outcome for everyone involved.
No, very good. And tell us a little bit about your planned expansion into the rest of the continent, because I do believe that you do have fighters from other parts of the continent that actually fight under EFC. What is your plan going forward to go into the rest of the continent, bringing in fighters as well as taking fights to them?
That's correct. We've got great athletes from across the continent. We've got an Angolan champion, Damart Pena, he's our bantamweight champion. We've got 2 Congolese champions, Ige Kabesa is our featherweight champion, and Champion Dolce is our light heavyweight champion. So it makes sense certainly to go to those markets first. Ideally, we have the athletes supporting, as we could easily headline fight cards in those territories, and there's already a big fan following there. So those are the places we're looking at first. We've had a Nigerian champion before, so that's also a popular market for us. And we're just working on the different deals and looking at what opportunities we can get in those markets. And certainly we're hoping to be traveling EFC outside of South African borders soon.
In terms of people that actually want to be at the fight come March the 4th, how do they get hold of tickets? What kind of price ranges are they looking at, Cairo?
Oh, we've got CompuTicket sell all of our tickets for the year. First event's at Carnival City on the 4th of March. It's a great fight card that we've got lined up, and ticket prices start. I think you can get student tickets for 100 Rand, but it goes up, starting at generally 225 a ticket. And there's nothing quite like watching a live event, being at an EFC event live.
Cairo, in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to see you at that event. I'll be at Carnival City come March the 4th. Thanks very much for having joined us this morning, and congratulations on this deal with our sister channel, SABC 3 and SABC Sport.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you at Carnival City.
There you go. Cairo Howarth, the president of EFC, moving mountains and making sure that big fans as well as small fans and new fans can get in with the act and start watching EFC on SABC Sport. And that